All right, let's move on to the next type of page, which is the question page. To add a question page, you can either select the drop-down menu here, go down to question page, or in the expanded view, if you recall, there are two different views of the edit screen. You can click where it says add a question page here. So let's go ahead and click there. When you click add a question page, you'll notice that you have several different types of questions that you can ask. You click on the drop-down, you'll see that you can ask an essay question, a matching question, multiple choice question, numerical, short answer, and true and false. Just to distinguish between essay and short answer, an essay question is a free response question. A short answer question requires a very exact answer that a student must spell correctly and have the right characters in. So it's a little bit different than what we as teachers think of as a short answer question. Let's just start off by choosing a multiple choice question. I'll click add a question page. And let's say our question page will have a title of the sky. And we'll ask the question that I like to ask in some of my model questions, which is what color is the sky? Now, I have an option here to select for multiple answers. So if there was more than one correct answer, I could check that box. But for this question, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm just going to say that there's one correct answer, and I'll go ahead and put that in answer one, since the question's answers will be shuffled when we see the question later on. So we'll put blue in there. And then for the response, this is the response that students are going to see if they choose this answer. So I'll say, correct, the sky is blue. Now, you'll notice that there are a couple other options here, one of which is where they go if they choose this answer, and that's to the next page. So if they select blue, they'll see this feedback, and then they'll have the option to go to the next page, and they get 1 point for that question. Now, let's put some distractors in here. Let's say red is our next distractor, and we can say for our response, sorry, that's not right. And we'll say, think a little longer about the question. And you'll notice that the jump here takes me to this page. Now, that means if they choose this answer, they're going to see this feedback and they're going to be stuck on the question page, which I may or may not want. For some questions, I like to take them to the previous page. So it takes them to the page where they would have probably gotten the information to be able to answer the question. Or I can allow them to move on if I'd like. If they get the question wrong, they're still going to see the feedback. They move on. They get a 0 for the question because that's the score that I gave it. And they get to move on. So it's really up to you as to what you want them to be able to do once they answer the question. So we'll put a couple other distractors in here. Page. And then I'll go ahead and save my page.